Hi, my name is Kelsey Livingston, and I'm with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Woodmont Realty here in Nashville, Tennessee. And thanks for watching my channel. Like, share, and subscribe. In just a few days, the eviction moratorium is going to be over. And so that means a lot for us as a nation, as well as individually in our states. Here in Tennessee, evictions have somewhat still been going on, although it has stopped a lot of major sales on apartments and stuff like that, where they've, tripled or quadrupled their money. And that hasn't been going through. Rents have been going up. A lot of people, have lost their jobs due to COVID, and so unemployment has been cut off by the state. There's a whole lawsuit going on. It's a mess, of course. But what is this going to mean for rental rates for the average tenant? And what does this mean for the landlords? So a lot of landlords have been in trouble because this can be a business where it's not a giant corporation. It's just a person who owns one, two, a few more homes, and it's a small business. And so landlords have faced some of the toughest, restrictions in terms of being able to collect money so they can pay for things. It's hit them hard. And so I think we're going to see a lot of small time landlords looking to get out of the game, especially if they are, experiencing something now that has really put them off this industry. I don't think that's going to really decrease the number of rentals available, just due to the fact that, big corporations love adding to their portfolio, which is their job, of course. So, can't do a ton about that. So for the small time, renter who works a decent, average paying job, may or may not have hope for, buying a home. Hopefully you do. It can be possible, it can be done. But right now, I think we're going to see rental rates go up. There's been a high indicator of this just overall with the way the house prices are rising. That means people are flipping them and turning them into rentals right now, which means they still need to make a profit, ultimately increasing the rents, and other landlords see this, follow suit, and even though they're making more money than the person who just got in now, I feel like that really sets the tone for the overall price of rent. Of course, that's not the only factor. You have to consider the Chinos. You have to consider the fact that a lot of people are evicted. There's going to be more tenants out there looking for a home, combined with the fact that, a lot of bigger landlords who have larger portfolios aren't afraid of letting their units sit vacant for a little while till they find the right tenant, which, if you're not the ideal tenant in the eyes of a landlord, this could be a little bit more difficult for you, and you might be seeing higher rents as kind of like a action to keep the landlord safe, cushion what they think could be a problem for them. So overall, I don't think it's going to get any easier for tenants. I think it's going to be hard on small-time landlords, and I guess if you're a big corporation, this is a great time to buy and increase your portfolio, but for the rest of us, it's not looking so hot. So of course, what can be done? Make sure that if you're facing eviction, to look at every avenue. There are a lot of nonprofits out there that are willing to work with you. There are relief funds that have been given to those nonprofits that they're looking to hand out. So, finding the right one, because it never comes from the government directly. I guess it makes jobs, so it's not all bad. But yeah, this is gonna be a rough one, and hopefully we'll see a little bit in terms of, if you're a fabulous tenant, maybe you can negotiate for some better rates or little silver linings like that. Ultimately, I think it's going to be something to watch. Of course, it's not going to take place immediately. The courts are pretty heavily backlogged. So we're going to be seeing the effects of this for probably about the next year to 2 years. Good luck out there, guys. Breaking news. In the last several hours today, the White House was urging Congress to find some way to extend the eviction moratorium. Of course, the Supreme Court did decide that the moratorium, what a word, was unconstitutional, but it was just unconstitutional that the CDC ordered the moratorium. So, of course, it would be fine if Congress could find a way to extend it through another means. Now, this would, of course, start another lawsuit, and hey, maybe it's not over yet. And that's really good for renters, especially those of you that are struggling. You know, this is home. Regardless, what we are talking about is renters. So it will be interesting to see if Congress will pass this or get something done, or at least increase the amount of aid they are giving to renters, because of course there can never be enough. So good luck out there, and to all you landlords who are sucking in breath and wishing for better days, or at least better support from the government, or not to be the ones, being pushed down by this. Hopefully something will happen. I mean, it's just a quagmire, am I right? This is not legal or financial advice. Solely just my opinion.